You're listening to Self-Conscious with Chrissy Teigen, an Audible original podcast. Join me as we explore the cutting edge of health, wellness, and personal growth with the world's leading experts and thinkers. From inspiring stories to actionable insights, our conversations aim to help you lead a healthier, happier, and more productive life. Okay, listen up, ladies. We need to talk about something awkward and weirdly dangerous. Your husband doesn't have any friends. He says he has friends. He texts someone about fantasy football once a week. He's in a group chat called The Dudes that mostly sends memes and silence. Maybe he has a poker night once a year, but let's be real. He doesn't have anyone he can call when he's sad or mad or scared, and definitely not when he's crying in his car in a Costco parking lot because life is hard and nobody ever asks how he's doing. And here's the thing, it's not just sad, it's actually dangerous. Studies show that loneliness in men is a huge risk factor for depression, substance abuse, and early death. So, while we're all out here journaling and meditating and calling our best friends from third grade to scream about something that happened in Target, they are just bottling it all up. And guess who they end up dumping it on? Yep, it's us. So today on Self-Conscious, we're diving into why men are so bad at friendship, what the hell happened to male bonding, and why helping your partner build and maintain strong friendships isn't just generous, it's self-preservation. Joining me are Matt Ritter and Aaron Karo. For the past 22 years, on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, Matt and Aaron, along with a group of 9 lifelong friends, gather at Peter Luger's Steakhouse in Manhattan to decide who among them will be chosen as Man of the Year. And what started as a joke became the glue that kept their crew strong for decades, inspiring Man of the Year, America's #1 friendship podcast, and their new Audible original, The Buddy System. It might just save your man and your relationship. Matt Ritter, Aaron Karo, welcome to Self-Conscious. I thought I should invite the world's loneliest man, we could say. You're not a lonely man. But I wanted a male perspective. I wanted to hear from John because this topic of male friendships, I think, is something that John thinks is really interesting.
Just to be clear, I'm John Legend, Chrissy's husband.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
So she knows me very well.
People's Man of the Year at one point.
I was sexiest man alive.
Whatever.
Yeah. You guys wrote about male friendship, but I think in general, there's a lot of discussion now about the crisis among men and loneliness and isolation, and just men seem to be not in a great spot right now. So it's so cool that you wrote a book addressing it and thinking about it.
Yeah, and they're here. We're going to talk about their Audible original, The Buddy System. But I think it's really cool. We have guys talking about this. I think that's step one, right?
We are very excited to be here. I'm Matt Ritter. This is Aaron.
Aaron Karo. And the genesis of why all of us are talking right now is that me and Matt are part of the world's greatest friendship tradition. Mm-hmm. I met Matt in 2nd grade. We grew this group of 9 over the next few years. Mm-hmm. And then after college, we all dispersed across the country, and we started a tradition. Every year on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, the 9 of us all fly in for wherever we live now. Yeah. And we have dinner at Peter Luger's in Brooklyn, a very famous old steakhouse.
This is perfect scheduling because you're going home to see your family anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they talk about too, how it's really actually very good to have rituals and traditions because then you're literally putting your friendship on the calendar.
Yeah.
It's taking the guesswork out of friendship,
yes.
We call it. We know where we're going to be 50 years from now if we're alive. It's going to be at Peter Luger's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, arguing about who had the best year.
How'd you choose Peter Luger's?
So it initially started as a Friendsgiving dinner, and we were saying who had the best year. Now, Matt and I talk a lot about the different types of friends. In our friend group, I'm the historian, so I've got all the photos.
Yes.
So I started writing down who won this completely made-up thing. Matt had the best year in 2009. And then we got a gigantic trophy, which if your listeners see on social, it's like half a Stanley Cup. It's called the Man of the Year trophy.
Yeah.
First dinner, no award.
Yeah, it evolved.
Okay.
It evolved.
I think what's so cool is that in your book and then with your podcast, you guys talk about friendship in a way that seems like you're therapists or like sociologists or something. How did you know that you would be really good at this? You talk about it, and you talk about numbers. What do you guys say? 15% of guys
I have zero close friends.
Yeah.
That I have completely zero close friends.
Oh, yeah.
And you've done the research and you've actually looked into how this can really affect society as a whole and how bad it's getting lately.
You know what's funny about it is we backed into this pod. We were talking 3 years ago of like, we should start a pod together, just two comedians. We're like, what are we good at? And there was this trophy staring us in the face. And so this happened very organically. We would have the Luger's dinner, and the weeks leading up to it, strangers or friends of friends would start going, hey, who's going to win this year? And they got all invested. And the one thing we would always hear from guys, man, I wish I did something like that. I wish I had a friend group like that. Because in your 40s, to have a friend group where you're doing a 22-year now tradition, it's pretty rare. So then we started reverse engineering. What did we do right to have this friend group? And that's sort of how we became therapists and researchers in the field. But we continually learn from our listeners. And, we're always like soliciting from people like, oh, what are you seeing in your friend group that works?
Well, a lot of people are talking about men in different ways. You got like Scott Galloway's talking about it a lot, about the crisis among young men. Then you've got Jonathan Haidt and those guys with the anxious generation talking about men and women, but different issues that both genders face because of the same thing, which is like technology and smartphones and social media and video games or whatever it is, online porn, all these things that are causing this generation of young people social and psychological problems.
Yeah.
They're chronically online. They're not getting together as much in real life. Like kids aren't, just out playing with their friends, riding bikes, doing all this stuff. And they're not coming out into the world with the social skills that we probably came into the world with. But again, I think people don't realize that friendship is, again, it's like a muscle. It's a habit. If you thought about it that way, you would put it in your to-do list in your daily life, as opposed to just some luxury that, if I have a couple of good friends, great. Like you're going to have to work at it. And I think high school, college, you have them and then suddenly you don't. That's a really hard kind of thing that just falls off.
I think that where we're at right now, too, is being an alpha male is really celebrated. And it's almost like I can see a bunch of those dudes thinking that male friendship is like little bitch shit or something. Can't you see that?
We get a lot of that, a little bit of hate online about that for being vulnerable.
Yeah.
People think saying I love you, we say I love you at the end of each pod, that's weak.
Oh,
it's the opposite.
First of all, that's beautiful.
It is.
I love you at the end of it.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I started saying I love you to like a few of my male friends, and it felt different.
I didn't know that.
Like I'll say it to,
Well, you'll say love you, man.
no, I'll say love you.
That's okay.
That counts.
Like, I feel like that counts.
That counts.
And it feels
Giving them full
like,
credit.
but it feels like something I didn't used to say ever to any dude ever, and to anyone other than my wife. But it felt like it was right though too.
I never said it to my friends until I was 40.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I would hear people say it and it felt trivial.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of guys think. It feels trivial or it feels weak or whatever. I think it's really courageous and tough. I think that is alpha male stuff, to be able to go up to your buddy and say, I love you. That's masculine.
I look at that, and maybe 20 years ago, I wouldn't have thought this way, but I think it's so confident and cool and sexy to be that way. I really do. I love the I love you shit. I love it.
We do have a tip or a hack for your listeners to share with their spouses or partners, the men in their lives, if they want to tell their buddy that they love them, but they're not ready for it. So me and Matt recommend you.
I love this. The way you led into it. It's so funny.
Me and Matt recommend you start with thank you. Thank you for the ride. Thank you for the beer. Thank you for being a good friend. Work your way up to it. If we say thanks as a gateway emotion, once you're telling your friends what you're grateful for, it's a short jump to I love you.
Oh,
That's sweet.
thanks,
I love it.
man. Yeah, I love you, bro. Then tell me, what is holding men back from maintaining or making close friendships in adulthood?
First of all, I think we need to recognize that we were handed friends on a silver platter our entire lives until high school or college.
Yes. Yeah.
Like in the dorm, play dates, and now you're just floating through life without any of the skills.
Yeah.
And we should also mention that men aren't naturally very good at these tasks, making plans, keeping in touch. We have so many listeners and readers who are like, oh yeah, my buddy Jim, haven't talked to him in 5 years. And we say men don't have falling outs, they have falling offs.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened.
That's fair.
Just never speak to them again.
I would also add, what he's talking about, this surface area problem. You graduate college. That's the first time you're not all like rowing in the same direction. Like what you were talking about, you had those buddies at your first job. And then after that, you're no longer living in the same city. We move more than we ever did, right? The mobility issue, COVID, remote work, all of these hurdles have created a world where you have to actually go out and put in the work to make and maintain these friendships. They're not just floating around everywhere.
But does technology also give you kind of a cop-out? Because you can group chat your friends all the time, you don't actually set up the IRL type of meetups that you would have to have done before.
We have a rubric that we instituted that you guys could steal, your listeners could steal. We call it TCS. Text, call, see. Text once a week. Call once a month. See IRL once a quarter. You should be doing these things for your inner circle. That is bare minimum.
So a lot of women in marriages will say, I'm his best friend. Do you guys think that is actually enough for somebody?
Absolutely not. Look, I think it's great. Your wife should be your partner and yes, your best friend, but also, does she watch 6 hours of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies or World War II documentaries or just in general? I think it's always healthy to have other significant others in your life.
Yeah.
Why should one person have to carry all of the weight of everything that's going on in your life at all times?
It's interesting. When we started the podcast, we didn't think this was going to be so. The number one email that we get is from a woman who's married to or dating a man, and the man has no friends.
Yeah.
And they're like, get my husband out of the house.
Wow.
There's been a couple movies based on this premise. The one
Best Man?
Yeah.
I love you, man.
I love you,
I
man.
love you, man.
I love
Yeah.
you, man. But
Yeah.
then what's the Kevin Hart one, the hired
Me
best
Time.
man?
Oh, yes. And then Tim Robinson
Friendship.
just did a new one,
Friendship,
which
yeah.
got really interesting.
We haven't seen it.
Love him.
Paul Rudd's in it, too.
The go-to best
He's
friend.
the male friend
Yeah.
target for both.
It's just like women and wives are not meant to be your primary care physician, your therapist, your
Everything.
sports. Exactly. It's putting too much pressure on any person. And that's why Matt brought up OSOs, other significant others. It's fine for your husband to be your best friend, but he needs other friends. It's not healthy for you.
It's also not a threat for him to have other friends, right? It's not detrimental. It's a positive that he has other outlets.
As long as they're not all single.
What's the best thing a woman can do to encourage her partner to invest in his friendships?
First of all, modeling good friendship behavior. So if you have good friends and you're seeing them and you're making plans and you're coming home energized, that will seep into the husband's brain. That's number one. You talked about double dates. Now, again, I can't speak to this because I'm single, but going out with another couple and then encouraging, hey, maybe you should break
You
off.
also can't keep fucking up when you're out with your guy friends then. If you're going to have friends and then all the time you're like, we're texting at 4 a.m. We don't know where you are. What's happening? Where are you? Are you safe? What's happening? That mistake can't happen.
They need
too
to be
often.
the right friends.
Yeah.
They definitely need to be the right friends, but also sometimes a spouse or a wife or a girlfriend needs to remind the man who's not doing any socializing that he has friends and that he enjoys spending time with them. A lot of men just forgot that they enjoy spending, or just they don't have the rhythm, they don't have the structure, and they need a little help.
And sometimes it's just hard because I'm gone for work a lot. And then when I'm actually home, it's like I should commit most of my available time to my wife and my kids. I feel like I should do that. And I want to do it because I miss them and I've been gone for a while. And the idea of me going out for golf for 4 hours with a dude, it feels a bit undeserved.
No, I know. And this just got very real for us right now in a way, because I know that when you go to New York, you're going to go to dinner with those guys. Out here in Los Angeles, you don't have that. It's not the same.
Yeah.
You don't have a group of friends that you're maybe going to tell me hey, babe, I'm going to go out to dinner with the guys at 7 o'clock tonight. That doesn't happen. It's always a work thing.
Yeah.
Or it's me. And I don't want you to have, I can watch Bravo by myself. I'm totally fine. But I wish you had that group of guys that are in New York in Los Angeles. Maybe we should make that a thing.
I thought you were going to say the opposite, that you actually like the fact that he...
Oh no, I
Okay.
would like
Okay.
I would like him to have that. I think it'd be good.
Yeah, and it's funny, a lot of guys fall on either extreme of the spectrum. It's like they have those guys that they go all out with like 4 a.m. or they never go out. What they really need is that healthy balance.
Yeah.
And what you're talking about, that guilt that you feel, it's valid. You should be there for your wife and child first and foremost. But you show up better for them when you have a healthy friendship circle.
Yeah.
I mean, we have childcare as well. Like, there is no reason you should ever feel like I can't
Of course.
have a night to myself.
Yeah, of course. But it feels excessive. Like when
I'm telling you, I'm good.
I understand.
I'm okay.
I understand you're good. But like after 3 weeks of me being on tour, then come home and be like, yeah, I'm going to go out with the guys for dinner. It feels like.
Yeah. Well, I will say, like, if you were going to do like a big Sunday golf, I don't know how golf works, but if you were going to do like a Sunday golf thing and it takes hours.
Yeah.
That would bum me out more than like you wanting to go to dinner like when I would be in bed already.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go have like we have so many good friends that they are committed to golfing.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that would be more okay with me than you just going to dinner with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're going to go spend like the prime hours of the day not with us, that would bum me out a little.
And the thing is, I don't think she would be upset with me going to dinner with, a couple of the school dads or something. I don't not do it because I think she'd be upset with me. It just feels excessive to me to try to do it or to even like conceive of the plan to do it. But I could. I mean, I don't think she would be upset with me about it.
Yeah.
That reminds me of when I was in active labor and you were like, oh, I don't know if I should go to this performance tonight. And I was like, go. I need you to just go down the street.
I was being paid to show up.
Being paid to show up. That's true.
Did it come down to the wire there? Did you get
it came down to me wanting food so badly and they wouldn't give it to me at the hospital because I was like in labor. And so John did the gig and brought me back lamb chops.
Oh,
that's what it came down to.
Nice.
Well, you guys are also very worldly men, though. Like when I talk to you both seem very
Evolved.
Yes, thank you. That's a really
Fair.
good word. Let's think about like the shitty guys then that are doing it wrong, that aren't necessarily making their wives or partners feel safe. What can they do to mend that and make sure that they can have a good friendship, a clear friendship, but also make their spouse feel okay with it?
Yeah, well, first of all, we talk about the concept of social fitness. Obviously, you have your mental health, you're seeing a therapist, you're in the gym, your physical fitness, and Matt and I talk about social fitness, which is the holistic, your interactions, and that's family, and that's friends, and that's romantic partners as well. And the friendship part of it is often overlooked. When you hear the word relationship, you think of your wife or you think of your kids. So you want to make sure that friendship is an important part of that. And as Matt said earlier, a guy with healthy friendships is going to be a better spouse. So I think that if there potentially are issues between the spouses, that is one way to address it. If he's going out with other guys who have good relationships, good spouses, and are grounded, that's going to seep back in.
Would you lie for him?
Who, Matt?
Yeah.
Lie for him all the time.
First of all, the first thing you should do when you get married to a guy is you clean out his closet and then you clean out his bad friend's closet, right? I am the real dangerous one. You just clip him and he doesn't even realize you clipped his friends out of his life. He doesn't even know it happened. That's what you should do.
I am wearing a suicide vest. I can end Matt in my life.
We call it, what is it? Mutually assured destruction?
Yeah.
The thing is, for a lot of this to work, the man has to be good at building trust with his wife so that she doesn't feel away every time he's out of her sight. That has to be earned and built through you actually being someone that's trustworthy as a partner. And I think the reason why Chrissy wouldn't worry about me going out to dinner with anyone partly is just because we've built trust. And when we were early in our relationship, that wasn't built yet.
Yeah.
And now it is.
I also think you earn it through the positive friendship interaction. So you're entitled to your Vegas trip. If it's not, those are the only times she sees you with your friends, you're coming back wasted and you're not being a good dad the next day, or you only play golf Friday, Saturday and Sunday and then when you go to the farmer's market, you're absent, So I think it's like build in what you're talking about, the trust, but also the goodwill to allow for, sometimes guys need to blow off some steam.
I cannot believe how mad I used to get, how jealous I used to be. It's crazy.
Well, we were at different points in our lives, though. So it's like when we started dating, I was in my mid-20s and I had been single for a while and I was having a fun time when I was single. So she had a right to at least be like, let's see if he's able to get his act together. That's reasonable for you to feel that way. But we've built so much trust over time. It would be crazy if she was acting that way now.
And then also, like, a lot of trust has been built between me and your friends.
Yeah.
Like, I love them.
Yeah. And getting to know them is what you're talking about too. It's like, if there's some guy that your partner is hanging out with that you don't know that well and you don't trust, why don't you know them that well?
I think that's the case with so many women. I really do. I think there's just one standout that you're like, they're going to get in trouble. Like, once these two link up, I can't trust them. I can't trust them when they're out. And I can't say that I feel that way about anybody that you know at all.
Well, yeah, all my friends now have kids, they're married. It's like
Those are the craziest ones.
but like everybody's got responsibilities. They have jobs that require them to be like present and professional and all these things. So nobody's out just wasting their lives away.
Yeah. And I also think when you're in your 20s, you want those friends who are out till 3 a.m. When you're in your 40s, it's time to leave your house at 9 p.m. Like, when you go like this, that means everybody leave.
Yeah.
You don't want them to be losers either. You want them to have like responsibilities and some direction in their lives and all these things. Even if they're not married, having like responsibilities and direction and to care about their careers, that's what you want in a friend.
You're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So if your spouse has 5 great, evolved, successful friends, there you go.
Let's talk more about the toxic friend, because I feel that is it's just such a funny one to talk about. Has Matt ever had a friend that you found toxic or vice versa?
He is the least toxic. Look at this guy. He's wholesome personified.
If nobody's toxic, it's you. It's one of those things.
Yeah, if you don't know who the toxic person is.
Exactly.
Well, the first thing we would say is let's examine why you think this person is toxic and look inward first. We're talking to the women who have it, who think one of their friends.
What would be a reason? What would be reasons that you consider toxic?
Infidelity, if they are over drinking or doing drugs, if they're not, you want friends who lift you up. So if a guy has friends who are bringing him down or are bad influences, and that's seeping into the rest of his life, but you also don't know what is going on in that person's life. Maybe the quote toxic friend, he's getting divorced or he has problems at work. So we don't actually know until you engage with that person. Now, they may be toxic, but that would be the first step. Or is it that you just don't like that your husband's hanging out with them?
I saw David Banner. He was doing the interview and he was talking about infidelity. And he talked to this older business guy. He said, I never want to get into business with guys who cheat on their wives, because if you would lie to this woman who you've committed your whole life to, you're going to lie to me too. And that's an interesting way to think about it. I'd never heard a man talk about that in the context of other men cheating, because a lot of times it's like bro code. I'm not going to tell, let your friend do whatever he's going to do. But when someone is a chronic cheater and infidelity is a part of their lifestyle, it means they're dishonest. And so that dishonesty may affect you at some point too.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel the same way about gossip. If you're out with people that are heavily gossiping, you're like, what are they going to say about you when you're not in the room? I think toxic is right in the eye of the beholder, right? You think that person's toxic. Maybe your partner doesn't see them as toxic. So have you talked about that with your partner first and foremost? Or is it just the environment that you're enabling them to, is it that they're only going out at 4 a.m. or they're only going to Vegas? Can we get them in an environment where it's just dinner at the house? And then maybe you don't see them as so toxic, or they're just not being that toxic. Or maybe they are. Maybe they're a friendship vampire that's sapping the energy and they are not somebody who's healthy for you or your partner, and you need to cut them out. The thing about friendships is sometimes we think that friendships should last forever just because you're already friends with somebody. So there's that inertia on that end, right? We were talking a lot about the inertia of not putting in the work and your friendships fading. But there's also the inertia of maintaining unhealthy friendships and not doing a little bit of what we call friendship inventory. Karo likes to do it on his birthday every year.
Okay.
So every year when I do a big birthday in LA, and by the way, we say always celebrate your birthday. People are like, oh, I don't like to. It's an excuse to get together.
Yeah.
I literally have a spreadsheet of all my friends because that's how I send the email out.
Of course.
And then I put in a new tab every year, and I see the friend group who had changed. I haven't spoken to this guy in an entire year. He's out, he's in. Just gives me called social universe as well. It gives me an idea of who my friends are.
The Harvard study on happiness, 85 years, the longest longevity study ever done. The number one indicator for lifespan, for how long you live, wasn't your diet, your exercise, your finances. It was the health of your relationships. So people with healthy friendships and relationships live longer. This stuff is literally killing you to be lonely and isolated.
Let's talk about initiating friendships. So think about my issue, like having a great group of friends in New York, but I'm relatively new in LA. What's your advice to people who may be moving to a new city and need that friendship element in their life, in real life, not just on group chats with people thousands of miles away, and want to form new friendships with new guys?
You say, hi, I'm John Legend. You want to be my friend?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
But it's a serious
Easy for
question.
me.
It's a real
But that actually that's an important point. It might be a little harder for
It's
John
probably hard.
Legend
He has his own unique
to make a real friend.
For sure.
Yeah. But for the average person,
Yes.
first step, you move to a new place. Ask your friends and relatives in the place you just left, and you're going to send them an email. You're going to say, I just moved to LA, just moved to Philly, and you're just going to say 2 words, know anyone. You want to get warm leads of people in the other city. This is a very, very simple step. Oh, I know. People go, oh, no, my friends don't know anybody in Seattle. No. Do you know your friend's cousin's fraternity brother? No. There's random people in this other city. Step 1, let's get warm leads, and then we're going to go on a mandate, which we'll talk about.
Warm leads, man.
The Glengarry leads, guys. But here's the other one. This is the most obvious, hiding in plain sight in front of your face. Friends of friends.
Yeah.
People are so, I don't know, they're so afraid or they feel they're stepping on toes or whatever. Expanding your circle through your existing friends is the easiest way because they're already pre-vetted. They probably already have a bunch of similarities to you, commonalities to you. But again, your new city, you don't know anybody. You're not trying to make a friend. I say this, sounds counterintuitive, because that's too hard. That's too much of a burden on you to wake up and go, I have to go make a friend. That scares me just even thinking about it.
It's also impossible.
Yeah,
Can't
it is. But what you can do is put yourself in a situation where you can build in these habits that will inevitably result in making a friend. I'm a big fan of James Clear about process versus goals. So if you follow the buddy system, our Audible original, these are the steps, right? Consistency, regularity. They call it a third place. I don't know if you've heard this term. It's become popularized. Like your work and home are your first 2 places. Third place is somewhere you go consistently, regularly, where people go to socialize. So that could be a variety of
What's
things.
your third space?
I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
Again, you're John Legend, so I don't know if you're going to go to the coffee shop every day.
No, but you could be, I don't know if you play sports.
No.
It could be,
We don't have.
Well, you like golf.
No, I don't play golf.
Oh, I thought you said...
See, what's funny is like Dr. Diamond, for instance, will like invite me out, and I've never been able to go on the days when he invited me, and because I've always had something else going on. But I feel like we could be closer friends if I was able to like make some of these golf dates, and then I would actually like try to learn how to play golf, and it could be a thing. Her manager, Luke, is a really good golfer, and if I was into golf, and I would like go with him. And there's other people in my life that I would do that, but it almost feels like a luxury. When on a Saturday am I going to do this? When I have Miles's baseball game or something else going on, or I have a gig, it just feels like, when would I ever?
It is hard. But also we say in the Audible original, we say find your golf, because not everybody is into golf, but there's something that everybody's into. I mean, I'm sure there are things, if you think about it for a minute, that you like to do that you could do consistently. And whether it's like the gym, even a lot of people just have gym friends. That's one of the easiest third places, like some sort of fitness class.
I think going to like a Lakers game.
I think being a celebrity so much is at your house, your own home. So you're removed from all those. You're not going to like Remedy Place or something, right? To go get
so you could host
facial,
something. You know, you could turn. You know, I mean, I think for you guys, it's probably more about, since you already love to host, hosting
so
something
are
a little
we
more regularly.
fucked?
No, because you could host.
Just have them over.
You could host a poker night, right? You could host a book club. There's a wine tasting thing once a month. There's a million things that you can do.
I know, but what goes with that is like, are people only hanging out with us because we throw these awesome things too?
Yes, that's what a host. I mean, that's the burden and great thing about being a host. Yes, people are doing.
Why not?
I would.
But if you like those people, then that's okay.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, that's your role in the friend group. I mean, that's the truth. Like everybody has a role to play. People sometimes hang out with me because I'm fun, and I that's part of like.
You guys are funny too.
Yeah.
Like as you know, you are too.
I would maybe
3 or 4 of us are really funny in this group.
You've done really good today, I will say. Give me one thing you want to leave our listeners with about male friendship. One thing you think is crucial for them to know.
It's never too late. I don't care how old you are. You start now. We've had this trophy for 22 years. We go back 40 something years. You start now. You could have a 22-year tradition and look back and go, oh my God, I've been friends with this person for 20 years. So don't think it's ever too late to make a new friend.
And I would say the definition of friendship is easy. It's 2 words: showing up. That's all you need to do to be a good friend. And that includes the good stuff, the birthdays, the Super Bowl parties, which we'll be at, I assume. And also the negative things, the funerals and the illnesses. You can't just show up for the good stuff and not the bad stuff. If you show up, you're a good friend.
And now for the toolkit. Each episode, our guests distill their expertise into practical and actionable insights. Today, Matt and Aaron show us how to plan a man date for your significant other.
Okay, so Chrissy and John, we want to do a little exercise.
Okay.
The name of this exercise is the man date.
Okay.
You ready?
Got it.
So here's the thing. When men struggle with friendship, it affects their spouse too. We tend to find that in relationships, men fall into basically 3 camps.
Right. So the most common is the guy has no friends.
Okay.
And the wife or the spouse is like, get my husband out of the house.
Camp 2 is he sees his friends, but it's all or nothing with them. They're going to Vegas during the week, or they're playing golf Saturday and Sunday. And when he comes home to his spouse, he's got nothing in the tank, or worse, you're playing cleanup crew.
Okay.
And so camp 3 is 2 people with very, very busy social calendars and work calendars who are generally not seeing each other or their friends enough.
So you guys are probably in camp 3, I'm guessing.
Camp 3, but we see each other a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we have busy social calendars. We have busy work calendars.
Any calendar.
Yeah.
So the people who fall into that camp, essentially, it's like things may be going well, but you may not have the right balance between how much do we see each other? How much do we work? Where's that bucket for friendship?
And so we were talking before about how friendship is like the redheaded stepchild of relationships.
Yeah.
When things get busy, the first thing that goes is friendship.
That's definitely us.
Yeah. And so look, every healthy relationship needs a date night for each other, right? We're not going to help you plan that. I'm sure you can
I
take
know,
care
he
of that.
wishes we had more of those too.
We'll do
We
that.
should go out tonight.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
You're already glammed up.
You're already
No,
glammed.
don't start there.
See,
though. That's 'cause-
I already always base it on
I
that.
think of it as I've been glammed up. I want to take my hair out.
But the other thing you need is a recurring mandate.
Okay.
A recurring, regular, consistent, on the calendar date with another man.
Okay.
So, Chrissy, what you're going to do, and we're modeling this for your listeners, is you are going to plan a man date with and for your partner. But the goal is over time, he's going to learn to do it on his own.
Okay.
So this is kind of like emotional training wheels, and eventually he does it.
Like a little mouse in a...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right,
Okay.
so I want you guys both to close your eyes, and we're going to start with an affirmation. Our relationship is stronger when we both feel full and content.
Our relationship is stronger when we both feel full and content.
I deserve strong, energizing friendships, and so do my partner.
I deserve strong, energizing friendships, and so does my partner.
By nurturing my partner's friendships, I am nurturing myself.
By nurturing my partner's friendships, I am nurturing myself.
Okay, you guys can open your eyes now. Okay.
All that goes through my mind is like Ariana said this at one point, or Jax.
Oh, you mean Vanderpump?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
And then we know what happened there.
And then we know what happened.
Okay.
All right, Chrissy, so we're going to plan a mandate, 4-step process. So the first step is we're going to pick a target. So I want you to choose a friend of John's or a friend of your partner's that he hasn't seen in a while, that he enjoys spending time with, but most importantly, who brings out the best in him.
Would you like me to do Los Angeles?
Let's do Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like that's the most fertile ground right now because I don't have like close male friends here other than couple friends.
Okay. Okay. Luke. We'll say Luke.
Okay. Couple friends, but yes.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Are
good.
they allowed to be
If
couple
you-
friends?
Well, if it's somebody that you would
He would hang
enjoy-
out without.
I would definitely hang out with him. I met him through Chrissy because it's her manager and her agent is married to him. So the manager and agent married each other because they were working together on Chrissy and fell in love.
Amazing.
And we really enjoy both of them a lot. And I individually enjoy Luke a lot too.
Well, I
We have
think those
plenty
are
in common.
great. I think it's
Yes.
actually great to do the mandate with somebody that you also both enjoy couple stuff with because you're even strengthening that bond.
Okay.
So
Cool.
step 2 is clearing the path, which is doing a little bit of the work for him, which is reaching out to Luke's wife or Luke directly, depending on your comfort level.
This is her manager.
We talk all day
So then-
together. All of us as a group talk all
So
day.
that's step 2.
Yes.
You tell Luke this is what you're doing, and you're clearing the path and you're clearing the calendar.
This is amazing.
We're removing hurdles. This is a logistical hurdle. So if he's like, I don't know if he can do it, he can do it.
God, I'm going to get you into golf, though, and then I'm going to lose you every Sunday.
Luke
Okay.
was an actual college golfer, and he taught college, and he's a member of a country club,
Lakeside.
and he actually like enjoys golfing.
And you would enjoy it, too.
and he could teach me how to golf, honestly. And I love Luke.
And he's so patient and so funny. Him and Megan are just like
He's a wonderful
our exact
guy.
humor.
yeah.
Great.
I love it. I love
Okay.
it.
There's nothing stopping us but actually doing it.
And
Yeah.
this is why we're doing a mandate.
Yes.
So the third step, and again, we're modeling this for our listeners. Chrissy, you're going to talk to John, and you're going to tell him very clearly and kindly on Friday or whatever it is, I'm going out with the girls, and you're going to say, you can't come and you can't stay home. Now that's
Oh, okay.
now that's the key, right? Because many of our listeners, partners, they're not only not seeing their friends, but they're also just sitting around the house. He doesn't have either of those options. You can't come and you can't stay home.
It's like what I often want to cancel dinners that we have booked together with people. And so I drop out and I go, you still have to go, though.
She'll do that.
I do that a
Yes.
lot.
And so then you're also going to say, you're going to tell John, you're hanging out with Luke. It's been forever. You're going to text him right now. And then John might say, well, how do I know if Luke's even available? Boom.
Luke just had a child, by the way, like very recently.
He needs a night out. He needs a night out.
But Chrissy has already pre-cleared the night. So you can't be like, well, Luke, no, we already know Friday he's available.
Okay.
And now step 4 is be active, not passive. A lot of guys tend to call or text their friends like, we should hang out. We should get together. We should do something sometime.
But you make a specific date.
You're going to be, Luke, I'm free Saturday. I know you're free Saturday. That's when we're going to play 9 holes. I've got 2 hours. I cleared 9 to 12. Let's do this.
Or they could do dinner if you don't want to send him on a golf date. You're in charge.
No, I'm just thinking like having a date and time stresses me out.
It doesn't stress me out, so that's not a
He
worry.
likes it. Yeah. He likes it.
Yeah.
The problem is if you don't give him that, he's going to text Luke, oh, I'm busy, and then it never happens.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
Sure. Why not?
We are doing it.
We're doing
We're
it.
doing it. Is this it? When this airs, it's going to happen?
It will have happened.
Okay.
So we have a little bonus tip.
Okay.
So before he goes on the mandate with Luke, we want you to just remind him that when he comes back, there's going to be a little pop quiz.
Well,
Okay.
And that he's actually going to go a little bit deeper with Luke.
Oh, wow.
How's it going with the new kid? How's your wife? How's job? Not just what's going on with the Lakers. How's
Yes.
your golf handicap? We actually wanted to ask some personal questions.
Fair.
You'll be good at that.
yeah, absolutely.
And here's the follow-up. After the date, you're going to remind him, hey.
Send flowers.
Yes, flowers. You're going to remind him how he felt. Because we tend to forget how
Yes.
energized we were. He's going to come back lit up
Yes.
from that date. And we don't want that feeling to fade and then never be calendared
Yeah.
again. So when he comes home, you go, wasn't that so great? That's when you go, okay, now put it on the calendar again.
This is
Make
really
this
so
a
good for
consistent
women
thing.
too, though. Like, that, I think anyone could listen to you
Chrissy could
guys.
use that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this our tips work for anybody.
They really do.
And then we bring it all back to the beginning of our conversation, which is creating the ritual. We have the trophy. Now you went out with Luke. Now Chrissy's not going to plan the next mandate for you. You're going to say, Luke, how about the third Thursday of every month? We do dinner. Or once a quarter, we play golf.
Megan's going to be like, I just had a fucking baby.
I know, but she can bring her baby to me.
Yeah.
And
But
I'd
also,
be so
let's
happy.
picture our listeners who their husband never goes out and never sees anybody.
Yeah.
We want to get it a recurring ritual so there's no excuse and it's on the calendar.
Oh, I love that.
And so here's the thing. At the end of the day, he's happy. You're happy. Your relationship has more oxygen. This is not micromanaging. This is emotional maturity. This is relationship maintenance. This is what love looks like.
That's a mandate, guys.
I love it. That was excellent.
That was so good. Matt and Aaron, thank you guys so much. We have new friends now.
Yes. Are we friends now?
We are friends.
Oh my
now.
God.
Matt, Aaron, and John, I want to thank you guys for joining me today on Self-Conscious. The Buddy System by Matt Ritter and Aaron Karo is available on Audible. Until then, tune in, turn on, and feel better. This is Chrissy Teigen, and you've been listening to Self-Conscious, an Audible original podcast. This has been an Audible original, produced by Audible, Q Code, and Huntley Productions. Hosted by Chrissy Teigen, written and executive produced by Jimmy Jelinek. Executive producers for Q Code, Shen Yun Hu, and Alexa Gabrielle Ramirez. Executive producer for Huntley Productions, Chrissy Teigen. Executive producer for Audible, Stacey Creamer. Recorded and engineered by Ben Milchev. Filmed by Bridger Clements. Production coordinator, Brian Coulter. Edited, mixed, and mastered by Ben Milchev. Head of Creative Development at Audible, Kate Navin. Chief Content Officer, Rachel Giazza. Copyright 2024 by Audible Originals, LLC. Sound recording copyright 2025 by Audible Originals, LLC.